But we heard that Vic met with you na earlier. Pumunta na si Vic sa Phoenix.
Yeah, we met earlier, and then he had a courtesy call with our team governor. So, and then yeah, he had this swab test already. So hopefully by Friday he could join us.
What's your thoughts on your new acquisition, si Chris Banchero and si Vic Manuel, former?
Again, that's we lost Calvin, which is really big. Yun na nga, actually he's really one of the pillars of our team. But again, we might take a big loss on losing Calvin, but what we had was really again, no guarantee yet, but at least it kind of widened our, I mean, medyo lumaki yung lineup namin, humaba yung options namin, especially with also the opportunity to get right now 7th na. But prior to that, we're with the Calvin trade, we got 6. So it was really big for us, and that 6th pick gave us the opportunity to get Vic. So that's how it all transpired. So that's big for us. I mean, that gave us a better chance for our team.
How about the familiarity then that you have with these players? Kanina ngayon yung sinasabi ni Vic na excited siya yung reunion niya with Jake, with everyone. Lalo na kayo, nung sinabi daw sa kanya na Phoenix, ikaw daw talaga yung una niya naisip na he was excited to play for you. And be reunited with former Alaska teammates.
Yeah, actually, more than the Alaska relationship, I coached him in the D League. So he was one of my first players when I started coaching sa D League. So yun na, and then he's also kababayan ko rin, taga Sambales din. So medyo may connection. So when we talk about things, we talk about common things like we grew up in the same place. Yung mga taong kilala niya is pretty much kilala ko rin. So yun yung malaking bagay din for us that we get to have that kind of bond. Obviously, the Alaska experience is really something that's also deep for us. So yun na, homecoming. Chris Banchero, RJ Hasul, even our team manager, Paolo Bugia, Jake, yun na si Jake pa nandun na rin. So malaking bagay for us to finally spend our times together.
Just backtracking po a bit with the trade kay Calvin. It caught a lot of people off guard kasi you gave him a max contract extension just nung December. Coach, ano po yung naging, kumbaga, what was the tipping point that led to the trade?
Well, again, you're right. Calvin was a revelation in the bubble. He turned the ship around. And with that then, we've also helped him regain whatever was lost during the time that he was really he was suspended. So again, moving forward, we saw Calvin being with us for a while. That's why management rewarded him with a 3-year contract. Actually, prior to that, he was only expecting 2 years. Kumbaga yun yung but our boss was generous enough to give him a 3-year contract. So that's really big. It just so happened that there are things that are kumbaga hindi namin kontrolado, that's really kind of para sa amin sa Phoenix, it's kind of a big risk to get ourselves into. And actually, just to be clear then, even before Calvin entered the bubble, I've spoken to him about opportunities once he get his act together. Kasi prior to the bubble, wala naman talagang guarantee that he'll be able to play. Our good commissioner only gave him an opportunity to get his but no guarantee of playing. So for us to convince Calvin, it really took a lot of convincing, and obviously the trust that he gave us was really big. So part of that is again giving him an opportunity if ever commissioner will let him play, which happened. He didn't just play, but he redeemed himself. I mean, who would think that he will be nominated for the Sportsmanship Award? So, and he earned it, di ba? I mean, nobody could question that he really was a different kind of machine out there without those other attics, and that's why he became more. Ang laki ng value niya. I think nag-shoot up talaga yung value niya, and yun na nga, looking into the draft, with all the things that's been happening, yun na nga, sinabi nga nila that this is the deepest draft that ever was made. And Calvin was one of the guys that everybody wanted to have a piece of. I mean, to be honest, it's not just Magnolia that was interested in him. There are a lot of other teams that were giving us different opportunities. But to get a 6th pick and Chris Banchero was really big for us. We lack, I guess, yung position that Chris now has, wala kami nun. So yun yung nakuha namin. Obviously, it's hard. Yun na nga, being with him for a while, having that relationship with him was really hard for me to do. But we have to do, I mean, somebody has to do it. And yun na nga, what we got, looking at the big picture now, when we got big, kind of justified why we have to make that move. Though it was really tough, and I never really talked about it until today, because I said I'll wait for the right time to really, I mean, not to justify, but to really just talk about what happened. And Calvin knows this. I mean, he's always gonna be a part of me. And kahit nga nung magkahiwalay kami sa Alaska, we still had that bond. So it's not gonna change. Kumbaga, init pa rin ulo ko sa kanya kahit wala siya sa amin. And he knows that. I told him about it. Sabi ko sa kanya, you know, yung opportunity mo dyan might never happen again. So take care of, again, whatever it is that you have.
Nung first interview po ni Calvin after the trade, meron siyang konting panghihinayang na parang kasi kumbaga one game away na lang kayo from the finals. Was that something that obviously there was something taken into account before you made the trade? This is also a big risk for the team. Parang you're essentially overhauling a team that could have made the finals. How did you justify that to the management, to the players na involved?
Well, it was really tough. I mean, for me to, obviously the management has the final say, but I mean, to let you guys know, I pitch in for that also. Just to be, because for the past week, everybody was hitting on the management, trying to say that we're not. I mean, again, everybody's entitled to their opinion. And again, the reason I was been quiet because the moment that trade happened, I got a offer from Alaska. So that's really big for us. Sabi ko nga, I'm gonna take the responsibility of the decision. And my job here is to build a team that will compete. Yes, we might be one player away from making it to the finals, but we got 2 players now that not only are experienced players, but with championship caliber experience. That we need. I mean, I'm a young coach. I'm new to this PBA coaching thing, and I need guys that are experienced, and I've had relationships also with. So sobrang laking gamble, but I'm so grateful for management for supporting. I mean, the plan of not just me but the whole coaching staff. So we're gonna take full responsibility. Yun naman eh. I mean, our job is to win games, and ang trabaho ni Boss Books is to hire me and to fire me. So that's the way of the world, and I mean, yun naman talaga reality eh. So I just want to give my chance an opportunity to go into battle with pretty much a competitive group of guys. I'm not discounting obviously what we had. It's special during the bubble, but now it's gonna be different. I mean, we earned the respect of the other teams, and I guarantee you teams will not play us the same way they used to play us prior to the bubble. So yun yung next challenge. Again, no guarantee that we're gonna go all the way again, but what we could guarantee is we put in the lineup that at least could compete with the big teams.
Coach, sabi ni Vic, sabi mo raw sa kanya na laruin niya yung laro niya, pero tsaka na kailangan makapal yung mukha niya. Papalan niya yung mukha niya. Anong klaseng, syempre kilala mo na si Vic and you know how he plays. Anong klaseng Vic yung gusto mo makita? Same Vic pa rin ba? Or parang, would you want to see a different Vic this time?
Obviously, if you're gonna ask me, Ma'am Lynn, obviously I want to see the same Vic. But Vic has other plans, and he wants to expound his game. He wants to pretty much explore other facets of his game. Sabi niya, meron daw siya. Sabi ko, tignan natin. And he wants to really when I say expound, because he wants to pretty much try shooting outside shots. And actually, sabi ko sa kanya, sige, sabi niya, Coach, kung si Justin nga nagawain, bakit ako hindi ko kaya? So it's a challenge, and I want him to enjoy this. I mean, I don't know if you know that we have Dondon Ontiveros on our team also. And yung winelcome namin si Vic sa team, Dondon told him na tuturuan na siya ng bagong moves kasi sabi ko nga, gusto na ni Vic tumira ng tres so better way si Dondon magtuturo sa kanya. So it's just something light, I guess. I mean, he's been through a lot in the past few months, and I want him to get excited again. And he said nga, this is a new challenge. No guarantee of success, obviously, but I want to give him a chance. I want him to enjoy his game. Sabi niya nga, para daw siyang rookie. So sige, scratch na natin yung Vic from the inside. Now let's explore on the outside. So try lang. And we just want to give him the confidence. Yun lang naman eh. I know he could really develop into a different player, and hopefully it's gonna work well for us.
In what capacity po si Dondon? Yeah. Is he an assistant of the team?
Yeah, actually even when yun nga nun sa bubble, he's already part of our coaching staff. It just so happened na hindi siya umabot dun sa schedule of filing of the staff that's gonna bring in, but also he has responsibilities sa Cebu. But he's pretty much active in our group, in our ano man tawag doon, chat group or something. Na also when we ask about inputs, I mean nobody could discount Dondon Ontiveros. And the reason also we're excited to have him is obviously we have one of the best shooters in the PBA right now in Machu Wright. And nobody could question Dondon Ontiveros. Siguro kung sa akin may magka-question na shooting, pero kay Dondon Ontiveros, I'm sure nobody's gonna question. And we're happy that he's offering his services for us. And we're excited to have him. I think hopefully if the things went well with practices, he could fly in dito sa Manila to join us. Obviously not on a regular basis, but as much as he can, because obviously yung anak niya rin will be here. So I think that's part of his plan also. So to be with his son. So ang laking bagay sa amin to have Dondon.
Coach, can you talk about also the potential that you see having Chris Banchero and Matthew Wright together, the kind of backcourt duo that will give Phoenix?
Well, just so again on the when we got Chris off of that trade, obviously Matt was he lost a buddy in Calvin, but he was also excited to have Chris. He knows what Chris could bring. Sabi ko nga, sorry, medyo joke time. Medyo lalong gumapo yung team namin. so sabi ko to have that kind of duo, sabi ko maraming for sure mapapasayang fans. But more than that, I guess Chris pretty much knows what I expect of him. I guess he knows he's excited also that he finally gets that position that he deserves. I mean, he's always been a support group on that position, and sabi niya nga, he's excited because finally he could call this position his. Obviously with the support of RJ Hasul and R. Garcia, but he's excited to be now, kumbaga, having that spot for him.
Coach, how does your new acquisitions affect yung choices niyo for the draft? Or kumbaga kung anong klaseng players na hinahanap niyo now that you have Vic and now that you have Chris in the team?
Well, it made our choice more, I mean, we're pretty much gonna go for the best available talent. Kasi nga, yung position namin right now, we're excited to have Jason playing the 3. So it's gonna create a lot of surprises. Kahit kami maso-surprise for sure because Jason has been playing the 4 for the longest time, and he's excited when I told him that you're gonna be playing the 3 because again, you're gonna have Chris, you're gonna have Matt, you're gonna have Jason, Vic, and Justin. So we are looking for somebody more than obviously the talent is there at number 7, but we're also looking for somebody who's more of the character guy, because we have so much talent. But we just want somebody who's willing to fill in the void that's gonna be left out. Kasi Calvin we lost a lot when we lost Calvin. Hindi lang yung energy niya, but the numbers that he has put in. So we're finding ways to fill up that gap. And pretty much with the deep talent that we have right now coming into in the pool. So we're excited to kung sino yung maglaland sa number 7. So kung sino man yun, I'm sure he's gonna be somebody who's gonna be playing a major role in our team, because we are not having Vic and Chris are veterans. We need rookies that's gonna step up in the future for us.
Coach, something that Vic said kanina was looking forward siya to playing a bit of a mentor role din kasi syempre bata pa si Perk tsaka si Justin. How do you see him impacting yung development nila considering the leap that they made during the bubble?
Yun na, I think Ma'am Camille, it's really big na nag-isip si Vic to be mentoring guys now. It just shows the maturity that he has. Kasi kung dati, yun na nga, sabi niya kanina na before siya yung tinuturuan, ngayon naman daw, siya na yung magtuturo. So it's nice to have that he's taking that responsibility to be a mentor. Kasi now, everything that he does, alam niyang may nakatingin sa kanya. So I know Vic also has a lot of things going on. And ngayon nga, kumbaga nahihiligan niya magkalapati. So sabi ko, dami mo gustong gawin sa buhay. But I'm excited for him. Yun nga yung one thing that I enjoyed with him, because I want him to be himself. With everything that's been going on in his past, obviously marami rin siyang challenges in his past. And I just told him, I want you to be yourself. I want to see the same Vic that I used to see, even more now. Nasabi niya he wants to try new things daw. So sabi ko, I'm here to support him. Ang ano ko lang sa kanya is, if you're gonna take that role, you have to be responsible for that. And you have to put in the works. Medyo lumaki siya. So sabi ko, hindi na muscle yan. Sabi ko, hindi ka na muscle man. So sabi niya, mabawi daw siya. So we'll see. I'm excited. I just I enjoyed that opportunity that he gets to laugh after everything that's been happening to him. So I'm excited to see him, hopefully when he gets cleared by Friday or even next week. So yun yung naging conversation namin kanina. And yeah, it's nice to see him again after being separated for a while.
Obviously, kapag yung with the Chris Banchero trade, we talk about how it will affect Matt, and then with Vic, how it will affect sila Perkins and sila Justin. But with Vic in the fold, how much easier will life be for Matthew, right? So you have someone.
I think it's really more of not really easy, but it's gonna give him more problems kasi now he has a lot of options. Kumbaga, we saw I never really saw Matt average like 5-6 assists per game in his entire career in the PBA. Not considering he was averaging 20 plus points. So how do you do that? I mean, that's a lot of sacrifice. And Matt has always been open to his teammates about saying this. I'm not afraid to pass you the ball because I know you're gonna make those shots. So he has this trust in his teammates, and involving Vic in our offense will be a big advantage for Matt, because he needs somebody to. I mean, we all know that Matt needs support, and that's why we're filling in that gap that we lack during our last conference. So again, no guarantee we're gonna work on it. It's gonna be a work in progress for us, but it's nice to know that the buy-in is there. With the players, kasi importante yung buy-in eh. And we have to make sure Chris Banchero will buy in, Vic Manuel will buy into our culture. So that's the next challenge for us.
Which are any of the aspirants trying out with Phoenix right now?
Right now, we haven't really invited anybody yet. Kasi nga we're waiting for that final list, because we don't really wanna. I mean, we're looking at number 7 right now, so it's gonna be pretty much who's gonna come out. Crucial yung mga Phil-Ams eh. So maybe after that Phil-Am thing has been settled, that's the only time we're gonna invite guys on our roster. So yun yung plano namin. And right now we only have a few guys also. And Matt will only be available Monday. So we want to concentrate muna yung pretty much our core since we have them already. So we haven't really invited any. Oh, sorry, we have Kaduyak, which is my player from LPU. So we have him. We want to look at him and see how he could contribute also. If ever there's a chance that we could get him in the draft.
So after March 5, when you have the list, baka doon na kayo magpa-try out ng
Most definitely, yeah. So it's gonna give us about a week before the draft happens.
Si Coach Chito po, adamant siya na kahit nasa kanila na si Calvin, hindi daw sila powerhouse. Eh sa inyo, dinagdag nyo, Vic Manuel tsaka Chris Banchero, people are saying na maybe this is the time that Phoenix can break through dun sa upper echelon. Is this something that you see happening as soon as the next conference?
Well, for us kasi, Ma'am Camille, the barometer will always be the champs. Ginebra, San Miguel is there, Topex is there, Meralco, rain or shine, all of those teams. But sa amin kasi, we only have, we could only control what we could control, yung how we're gonna prepare. So we always look up to those teams that are successful, how they do it. It's not bad to copy their styles. Kumbaga how they do, because there's something that again, success leave clues. So we're finding that formula. Obviously, innovating is one, which requires failure. So we're gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna make mistakes. But ang sa amin kasi, obviously, we love the challenge of being ranked at the top. We're always gonna take that. It's a reality. Dito naman, siyempre, you're always here to compete. Eh. You know, you want to find ways to win. Obviously, we're not on the top tier of the teams if you're gonna look at, but having those kind of guys and going to battle with that lineup right now that we have will give us, I guess, a fair chance to compete with the best teams. And wag kayong maniniwala kay Coach Chito. Alam mo naman, napaka-humble nun eh.
Coach, alam natin, busy kayo ng off-season, pero ibang team, medyo, alam nyo naman ang nangyari sa San Miguel, adding CJ. How do you see the conference shaping up with all the movement that has happened among the teams? How will the competition shake up in your view?
Well, we're excited. Every time there's improvement on teams, sabi ko nga, we're only gonna get better. You know, if the teams start improving and we're gonna have to catch up to their level, obviously, yun ang maganda pag nandun ka lang sa ilalim eh. So you could always look up at the teams up there. So ang mahirap dun sa taas, syempre, you're always finding ways to really stay on top. Kami, nag-aabang-abang lang kami sa mga mangyayari. So sa amin is always finding ways how to get better and how to be heretics, how to change the platform. Kumbaga, yun naman ang nangyari sa amin last time. Who would have thought that Justin Chua will start shooting threes? Even Ajore Napoles started shooting threes. So we're excited for those kind of challenges. So yun yung palaging inaano namin is we will never find a Junmar. Kumbaga, we'll never have a Junmar on the lineup. So rather than to cry on that, might as well change the platform. So yun na nga, yun lang naman ang kontrolado namin eh. Paano kami manggugulo sa mga big teams. So we're enjoying that brand. We're enjoying that na we're always pulling in surprises. And hopefully we could be consistent with that. Kasi no guarantee din. This lineup might be on paper big, but you never know. We're always expecting the unexpected. So challenge lang for us, but it's exciting. It's always gonna be exciting. I don't wanna always worry about the things na hindi ko kontrolado eh. So what we have control of is how we're gonna improve, and having Vic and Chris, and hopefully that number 7 will give us a better chance.
How are you looking forward to coaching against Coach Chot?
Again, sabi ko nga, if I want to learn from the best. I mean, I've looked up to Coach Chot. I mean, when he was, not only with Talk and Text, but also with Gilas. You know, I'm a big fan of how he does it. Sabi ko nga when I heard about Coach Chot leading Talk and Text, I'm excited because those are the coaches that I look up to even before. Coach Yeng, Coach Tim, Coach Norman. Those names have really inspired me to get into coaching. And I'm always excited for that opportunity kasi, again, I'm young in this coaching world, and I just want to learn from those guys. That's why it's an honor for me to coach against Coach Chot. and to learn from him.